The relationship between eggs and diabetes is more nuanced than most people realize. On one hand, eggs can be remarkably beneficial for blood sugar management. On the other hand, people with diabetes face elevated cardiovascular risk, which complicates the equation. Let me help you navigate this complexity. First, let's talk about the benefits. Eggs contain essentially zero carbohydrates, which means they don't raise blood sugar at all. When you eat an egg, your blood glucose remains stable. The high protein content promotes satiety, helping you feel full and reducing the likelihood of blood sugar spikes from snacking on carbohydrate-rich foods later. Some research even suggests that eggs, when consumed as part of a low-carbohydrate diet, may improve insulin sensitivity over time. For someone managing diabetes, protein-rich breakfast options that don't spike blood sugar are incredibly valuable. Starting your day with eggs instead of cereal, toast, or pastries means you're beginning from a stable blood sugar baseline. This can set a better metabolic tone for the entire day. However, here's where it gets complicated. People with diabetes have significantly elevated cardiovascular disease risk compared to people without diabetes. Heart disease is actually the leading cause of death among diabetics. This means that even though eggs themselves don't raise blood sugar, the saturated fat and cholesterol content becomes a more serious concern for diabetics than for metabolically healthy individuals. This is why the guidance for diabetics differs from general population recommendations. While healthy individuals can eat one whole egg daily, people with diabetes should limit themselves to 4 egg yolks per week. That's the same restriction as for people with existing heart disease. The cardiovascular risk profile is similar. But here's the good news: egg whites remain unlimited. You can eat egg whites every single day without concern because they contain zero fat, zero cholesterol, and pure protein. For a diabetic trying to manage blood sugar while watching cardiovascular risk, egg whites are nearly perfect. They provide satiety and stable blood sugar without any of the components that might worsen cardiovascular health. The practical implementation looks like this. Use your 4 weekly yolks strategically. Maybe on Sunday morning you have 1 whole egg with vegetables. During the week, you primarily use egg whites, perhaps making a 3-egg white omelet loaded with non-starchy vegetables like spinach, mushrooms, peppers, and onions. This gives you volume, satisfaction, and excellent blood sugar control without exceeding your yolk limit. Pairing eggs with the right foods matters enormously for diabetics. Combine your eggs with non-starchy vegetables and a moderate portion of whole grains. Avoid pairing eggs with refined carbohydrates like white bread or biscuits, which will spike your blood sugar. And absolutely avoid the traditional American breakfast of eggs with sausage, bacon, and cheese, which loads you up with saturated fat. Here's a specific example of a diabetic-friendly egg meal: a vegetable frittata made with 1 whole egg plus 4 egg whites, packed with broccoli, onions, and mushrooms. Served alongside a small portion of quinoa and a mixed green salad with olive oil and lemon dressing. This meal provides protein for satiety, fiber from vegetables and whole grains for blood sugar stability, and healthy fats from olive oil, all while staying within cardiovascular risk guidelines. Some diabetics wonder about individual variation in blood sugar response. While eggs generally don't raise blood sugar, individual responses can vary, particularly based on what you eat with the eggs. I recommend monitoring your blood sugar after egg-based meals when you first incorporate them to understand your personal response. The bottom line for diabetics: eggs can be part of a healthy diet, but moderation with yolks is essential due to cardiovascular risk. Focus on egg whites, prepare eggs without added saturated fat, and pair them with blood sugar-friendly foods.